Good morning. This is Morning Reel, a 3 to 4 to 100 minute or so podcast of films that I review, hosted by Ray Salazar. Welcome. For relaxing times, make it Suntory time. You know why I say that? It's because I'm reviewing the film Lost in Translation, written and directed by Francis Ford Coppola's daughter, or Coppola, whatever. His daughter, Sofia Coppola, who actually starred in Godfather Part 3. She played the chick who wants to get with the cousin. That's kind of weird, dude, but you know, that's what happened. And I'm so happy to review this film. I've been wanting to review this film for a long time, and I'm just like, what better way to review this film with somebody who actually have recently been traveling to Japan on a yearly basis for the past 2 years. I'm happy to say that I have E-Zone here on this podcast episode. E-Zone, I am so happy you're here. Could you say hello and introduce yourself, please?
Konnichiwa. What's up, everybody? Yeah, man. Ray is right. It feels good to be back on this podcast. Yeah, he's right. I have been traveling to Japan. It's actually my favorite place in the world.
In the world, dude.
Yeah, out of all the 7 continents that we know of, that is my favorite place in the world.
You been to El Salvador?
No, don't need to. No,
You might want to take a trip. Might change your mind. Might be your number 2. Who knows? Over America, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's tough to beat America, dude. But anyways, this film's not about America, but it is about cultural displacement. It's about alienation. It's about a midlife crisis between a man who was a famous actor, and he's there doing a commercial for a whiskey company called Suntory. Suntory. You ever had Suntory on?
Yeah, I actually did some whiskey tasting while I was out there in Japan, and I kanpai'd it up, and
yeah, kanpai.
Yeah, and I was out there. I'm a big lover of whiskey, or as the Japanese say, whiskey daisuki.
Whiskey daisuki.
Yeah. It's like saying you love whiskey, and yeah, I did. Suntory is like one of the big brands out there. It's like their Jack Daniels.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask you if it was like around that level.
Yeah, like there's no like Lawson's, or there's no Family Mart that doesn't have Suntory whiskey,
Suntory.
Which is like that's like their 7-Eleven or their 7-Elevens,
Okay. The other day I looked up the price for one bottle. It was like $1,000, dude, or like $100,000. What was the price?
I think it was like I think it was $1,000, wasn't it?
Yeah, $1,000. It was a 55-year.
I think
bottle.
You know what? It might have been way more than that.
I feel like it is.
I think it was like $90,000.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm like, damn, for a Japanese whiskey, not even American whiskey.
It's because the Japanese have a certain technique with the way they make their whiskey. I feel it's more refined in the way their filtration is. Like they incorporate different aspects that we don't.
That is true. I do enjoy that whiskey. Now, E-Zone, did you enjoy this film, Lost in Translation? I actually recommended this film to E-Zone because, hey, he traveled to Japan. And when you look at this film, it is like a tour guide of in a sort of way. You're seeing culture in Japan, all kinds of culture too, from different types of generations. It's very kind of mind blowing.
Yeah, like I did enjoy the film, bro. If I had to watch it twice because I didn't really understand that it was about a midlife crisis, I was just like, why is this guy so angry at first?
He's just like over it, huh?
Yeah, like, and I was just,
you're like, you're in Japan. What the fuck?
Yeah, like I was like, bro, like like. They're passionate about everything. Like you should, like they still believe in you out there. Because I could tell he was washed up.
Yeah.
At first, and I was just like, oh yeah, he's like that old comedian that's like just never leaves the comedy store.
I think his thing was the fact that he has a family, he has kids.
Yeah.
So obviously that's gonna, for an American person, it's gonna push you to the limit, if not over the edge.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing, man. Like success. That's also too. It's a realistic situation, bro, because. Sometimes, bro, like there's a lot of people. I mean, kudos to all the men and all the individuals that have been able to not find a median. But a lot of times, bro, a lot of successful people, and speaking as a man, like you get put in a position where you got to choose your success over your career, and like having a balance is very stressful.
Yeah, and you see that very clearly in the film with the Scarlett Johansson character, Charlotte. She's married to apparently a fucking pretty famous photographer or whatever, shooting a band in Tokyo. She's going along with him, but this guy's kind of a workaholic. It seems like he doesn't really have much time for her, He'd rather spend it with like some fucking chick who's like a terrible actress and all that. She just looks like, just like a typical chick, dude. And you're married, dude. And like, damn, dude, you gotta choose this chick over her, but whatever, right?
I don't think it was like he's choosing
It's
her.
not. Yeah, it's not choosing.
But it's just like sometimes you love your job, or sometimes you love what you do more than what you have at home, or sometimes like it's not as exciting, or just like maybe you think you're doing what's right for you at that moment, and then like you realize that you're like, hey man, like I'm really more passionate about my career than I am with you. Maybe it wasn't the right person for him.
I don't know this person, or did I marry the right person, or why the fuck am I here? Why the fuck am I here in this fucking beautiful city and shit?
Just cause, I mean, but that's a very realistic thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's normal to think of the what could have,
Yeah, true that.
or what did, what could have, what should have been, or what could have been. That's a thing that we're always gonna think about. That's why like a lot of people, like it's even like that term, the one that got away, like why does that one matter, fool? Like, you know what I mean? Like this bitch left because obviously it's destiny, but it's like you obsess over what you didn't finish, bro. Like yeah, sometimes like you'll fucking be like, I would say like there would be times where you're just, when you're single, you'll be like lusting over like a mission that you didn't accomplish. You're just like, damn, this one did get away. I didn't get to bone her or something like that.
Yeah,
And then you start thinking, just for stupid shit like that. It's like the unknown is always fascinating to us, and we think about that shit. Not enough to the point where like I'm like I might be unhappy and be like, oh, I gotta change everything in my life and go. That's a bit extreme. I don't think anybody ever gets to that point, but a lot of people won't admit that. You're like, yeah, even if it is the unknown, what's in the dark, what could have been, what's this and that. It's normal.
What did you think about the choices that they made for scenes, like the settings and all that stuff? Like you see Charlotte going to this like temple, and then you see Charlotte and Bob, I guess in
Yeah.
main Tokyo, in the fucking casino arcades and all that
Pacheco,
stuff. Yeah.
Honestly, whoever directed it, those are kind of like the scene cuts that I enjoy from like 90s film. What is it, 90s film or early 2000?
2004.
Yeah,
Very
so
early.
yeah, so films like from like late 90s and early 2000, I kind of enjoy those cut scenes that were like, because a lot of things that like are 10 or 20 years old are perceived as cheesy. Oh, that cheesy cut scene, but like those kind of scenes to me, I'm like, man, that was kind of beautiful. How they like that, like, you know what I mean? Like there'll be certain like POVs and shit. I enjoyed like the cinematography of it, and I guess the direction of like how certain scenes went down, like because emotions were captured, the beauty of like the place itself was captured. Like films like that are able to sell you on what's going on with the main character. I feel like those are very that's why the other chair broke. I'm sorry, but but yeah, I feel like films like that are they're able to capture certain emotions and portray that. Just they're important, man. And like people forget, like every AMC commercial, when you go watch it, we're here to cry, we're here to laugh, we're here to feel, and that's like what a motion picture is all about. Like that's the reason I still go to the movies, because I'm a big crier in movies. I feel a lot of emotions when it comes to movies and stuff like that.
Did you cry in this movie?
Not because of the film, but like when I think about it, I was like, damn, fool, imagine if you ended up like that or this and that, and then you're just like, damn, you're getting your head, you're all high and shit. But like, maybe a tear or two fell. Like I think, and then the other time I was like, man, I miss Japan, man. This is sad. Why am I here?
It's crazy that this film is a very simple film. It's a very human film. It's about two people who are missing something from each other, not like directionally, right? But they're missing something in their lives, and thinking that, like, oh, I graduated from this school. I got this degree. Now what? That's crazy. Sometimes it doesn't hit you, and sometimes it takes going to a different place, obviously something out of your comfort zone, to actually kind of like rethink your life. Period. And it's crazy how like even Japan itself, Tokyo, as a character, because the city is a character. There's a lot of energy. Just like that scene where like she's in the hotel window, her room, and she's like looking, and dude, it's a crazy fucking shot.
Yeah,
it really is, because like when you look at it, you're like, damn, fool, that's life right there.
Yeah, and it's like nonstop,
24/7. These people can't sleep. It's cool when they go to when they party and shit. They go to
Yeah.
those.
They captured that pretty well, bro, because to
Yeah.
this day, like even like going out there and partying, the Japanese people still party. It's like they're literally the epitome of work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
That's very deep in some Asian cultures. Some Asians are very reserved, but like Japanese, they're reserved until once working the clock you're punched out, it becomes a little ratchet, bro. Like
All the Japanese people that you see there, like just as a whole, like they're living a. It looks like they're living pretty good lives, and like the tourists who are there, which are the main characters, they're having a It's not that they're having a miserable time, but like you're going through something miserable, and it happens to be in a place over there, and it's such a contrast as to like, you know, who are we in this world against somebody else's world? It's kind of sad when you think about it. It's like fuck, man. Like some days I'm sad, some days I'm not, but over there, it looks like it's a fucking good time.
yeah, that's why it was like his energy was very like perceived, like when the director's talking to him, like when the scenes when the director's like talking to him and yelling to him about like more passion and all this stuff.
More intensity.
It's because they don't honestly feel like that. I didn't see like one depressed person out there. They got like, and I'm pretty sure there are depressed people because they used to have high suicide rates. But
Oh shit.
I feel like it's the themselves letting themselves down. That's like the ultimate thing out there. But like I don't really see people just having sadness. It's like a society that's built on like releasing endorphins and fucking serotonin from everything. That's why everything's kind of cute, bro. Like it's the one place you can go. Like, bro, if you need a hug, you can go pay for a cuddle bar. You can go play for like somebody to pay attention to
Yeah.
you. You can you can you can go to a animal cafe and just hold the cute animal and just get that. It's that society, bro. Like I don't feel like they do value mental health, but I feel like they don't look at it like that. That's just how things are over there.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to find somebody that's like very depressed as compared to here. You can see people that are sad as fuck, bro.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could literally be like, "Es se va a matar."
What's your favorite scene in that film?
Probably the commercial scene and then the hooker scene where he like, or
Oh, yeah.
the escort scene.
Leave
Where,
my stocking.
yeah, and it's just like he has a very hard time, just like,
Lip them.
yeah, yeah, like, and then because I'm just like he is a comedian at the end of the day, but he's not being a comedian.
I know he's being like a regular ass person.
He's being a fucking the common man.
The
for
common
certain
man,
things.
yeah.
And I was like, Bill Murray just does a good job. It just
Does,
like,
bro.
it just like at fulfilling that role. It's like it's like only certain people could kind of like do things that are so out of their character. It's like when Norm Macdonald like started telling like stupid ass jokes at Bob Saget's fucking roast.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, dude.
Like, bro, like I would have been pissed if I was Bob Saget. I would have socked Norm Macdonald, bro. It'd be like that's like somebody having a roast and we get Tommy on there and Tommy just goes up there and just freezes.
But it's a roast.
Yeah, like or just man, come on, bro. But hey, bro, he's that person that could pull that off if it's gonna be anybody doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
So Bill Murray's one of those people that he can just sell you on stuff like that. I enjoyed the film very much. It's upon one of my top films, in my top 20s at least.
It's good, man. It's a really good film. Good foreign film. Good film from Sofia Coppola. I hope you get to see another, a film of her. She's done a lot of movies, dog. She's actually works very closely with Kirsten Dunst, who you're a big fan of.
Look, I like Kirsten Dunst in like Spider-Man, but like Civil War, Kirsten Dunst is like, yo, dude, how many wars you been through, bitch? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, she wasn't Marie Antoinette.
You look tore up, ho.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
You gotta see her in Melancholia. She's pretty good in that movie.
I need the fucking Kristen Dunst from Spider-Man 1. Like somebody wet her shirt. You know what I mean?
My favorite scene from the film is the part when they go to the bar and they're having fun, they're drinking, they're having a good time, and then they get kicked out with the BBs.
That's kind of like
they're traveling.
That's kind of like with that party scene. That's kind of like what it's like, though, man. Like realistically, like it's really a vibe.
Yeah.
Any bar that you go to, you know how here like somebody will leave out of a bar, like they will be like, no, this bar's not cracking. Let's go to another one. There's none of that going on over there, bro.
Everything's cracking.
Like everything is like what you make it, and it's like they're just so embracing of like the vibe. So it's like you're having a good time, they're having a good time.
Yeah.
You're having a horrible time, they want to get you out of there. Like
for relaxing times.
Yeah, Suntory time.
Suntory time. And with this, I conclude this podcast episode. E-Zone, I thank you for being on this podcast with me. I would have not reviewed this film at all if you know. Well, actually, I would have reviewed it if you didn't go to Japan. But I'm glad you went, and then I'm glad that I can share a film with you, and then you get to watch it and be like, all right, cool. You know, this is a little different. You know, I'll fucks with this shit.
Yeah, like so, you know, I mean, I'm not saying like some recommendations. I'll watch it and I'm just like, I'll tell you, I'm like, I didn't enjoy that film.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was weird for me. But like, there's like this one, I was like, all right, bro, this is fucking cool. It's like my kind of film. It reminded me of kind of like the same way films like Her were filmed, where it just kind of capture the human emotion. Like to this day, Her is a film that I'm like, I can't watch it without crying because
It's hard, huh? It's a hard one.
Because I feel sad for like where society's headed because of technology. I'm not trying to say that the Unabomber was right, but this motherfucker, I read his manifesto and like,
Yeah, I read it too.
And there's some shit where he's like, yeah, and you motherfuckers are gonna be lonely because, and I was just like, yo, he's not fucking crazy. They have him locked up there next to the other X-Men. But you know, I'm not saying he should have fucking blown up a bunch of people, but
Yeah,
or the Berkeley Labs. You know, he could have like set it on fire after hours, but you know, but I'm sure some of those scientists were dicks to him, bro. Like, but hey, that's neither here or there. It's not that kind of podcast.
Oh, it's funny that because we're talking about that movie. She's in that movie too. Her, yeah. It's crazy when he finds out he's at the fucking subway steps.
Yeah.
And it's just life nonstop. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
No time for you, dog. But that's sad, but hey, that's life, dude. You got to know when to pick them, know how to choose them, or, you know, just find your own way, man. E-Zone, any shout outs, man?
Go to flavorsbyezone.com if you want to support the store. I always make cool shit on there. Some of it sells out, so make sure you sign up to the newsletter, put your email, get an automatic discount. Follow me on Whatnot for all the resales at Flavors by E-Zone with 2 S's, and High and Hungry for all the great food blogs. Go check them out. Ray and myself started this company, and we're out there just showing you one great munchie spot at a time.
I second that motion. Follow me, Morning Shot Films on IG. Check out my website where I put this podcast out if you don't want to go to Apple and all that crap. morningshotfilms.co. And on to the next one. Thank you.